Hello there, this is Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk. I just thought I'd show you the Acorn Atom that I'm playing with at the moment. I think you've seen it on a previous video I put up when I first got it and give you a quick overview. I've just had a few hours to play with it now and I've had a go at getting it going. Not successfully yet, but I'll show you the progress I've made so far. Okay, the first thing was the old electrolytic capacitors that were in it, which that's one of them there. They're all 22 UF, 16 volt, standard electrolytics, and every one of them that I've tested so far that I've pulled out has been bad for ESR. So I've swapped all them out for some of these. These are just they're actually 10 volt these, but considering they're only protecting 5 volt lines, anything over 5 volts will be absolutely fine, no problem at all with that. Oops. So that's all the manky electrolytic capacitors that I showed you in the last video have now been replaced. There you can see that's much nicer. You can also notice that the voltage regulator is also gone. The wire link that had been cut in the previous video, if I can get this to focus on it, there in the middle of the picture, has been replaced by a new one. What else? Oh, the RF modulator is no more, as you can see. To be honest, it was no use, and I want to use what's been used at the moment for the video out for a reset switch or an on-off switch. So I've just gutted the old RF modulator and I've routed the composite video straight through to that. It also means I can use a standard RCA connector like that, a phono connector if you're in England like I am. Yes, very funny. As for power, as you saw it when I first got it, it just had some random flying leads hanging off the back. These, it might look a bit of a bodge, but actually it works quite well. I just took a standard jack connector, which I have. This is the power, the 5 volt supply that I'm using to power it. It's 5 volts. Oops, where have we got it? There we go. 5 volts, 3 amps regulated supply, which is quite nice. I think it's off. It's no light on one, but it'll do the job very nicely. I found a jack that fit it. I've actually glued that upside down to the board because the board's non-standard and none of these modern jacks will fit them properly. But that fits in there nicely. It's very, very difficult to do this with one hand, but yeah, that fits in there nicely. I've kept the old wires soldered to the board for now. I've just soldered them onto the top of that jack there. Reason I've done it that way is it means that this I can put into a power switch eventually and make it a bit more usable. That's how far I've got so far. I've powered it up and I get pretty much, well actually I was still connected up here, let me see. Switch on there. I just actually powered most of my bench down, but let's have a look. We've got some power on there, yeah. And sorry for the screen flicker, but it's an old CRT monitor. Alright, power on the Atom, you get a flicker and we get some mush on the screen, and that's all I'm getting so far. Switch that back off again now and turn that off. I have got my little really nasty cheap pocket oscilloscope out at the moment, which cost me about a tenner off eBay. But my other oscilloscope and my proper oscilloscope is up at my workshop, and that one, which is probably only about 2 megs anyway, is dead at the moment, which is a bit of a bugger because it's quite a nice little useful thing for when I'm doing old radios. Some more old radio gear in the background there as well. Anyway, I've tested it with my scope and I'm getting a clock signal off it anyway, so something's working. All the ICs are warming up nicely, nothing's getting overly hot, just warming up to a nice temperature. I'm going to have to dig the logic probe out on the circuit diagram and have a dig around and see what's happening, but that's oscillating. I've got a clock frequency coming from around here. I can pick the clock frequency up in a few places. I could pick all my 5-volt rails up everywhere and they all seem fine. I'm not sure about this yet. I need to go through that properly, and that I'm hoping is something to do with the video from where I've traced lines back here. I've still got to do a bit more research on that, but that puppy may be the problem because I'm not getting a lot in or out of it, or it doing very much, so I'll have to have a look at that. I think that's about it for now. I've run out of time for today, so I hope you found that fun, useful, whatever, or you just like me drivelling absolute rubbish about these old pieces of junk. I will go now. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching.